Was Smith right? And the only way to escape the Matrix is by destroying it. Agent Smith was and is an iconic, complex villain who attempted to wipe out humanity and his sentient brethren along with himself from existence. Agent Smith's story is a premonition of what the machines have become, beings more cruel and selfish than humans. Smith embodied the worst aspects of the human race: greed, rage, and apathy, to name a few. These attitudes eventually led to the machine's civil war. Now, after so many years, it seems that Smith's ideology is so close to being a reality since the Matrix continues to have control over everyone. What happens when an artificial intelligence acquires autonomy and adopts the darkest behaviors of its creators? Are machines doomed to make the same mistakes as the humans? Today we will be analyzing again why Smith was right. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Let's begin with how Smith became a villain and how he nearly destroyed everything. Agent Smith's introduction was of dominance, demonstrating his authority over other law enforcement officers, as in the police. Therefore, having such authority over the humans and other programs is one of his privileges. Others must follow his orders. He had jurisdiction over any police procedure without question. In short, he had the privileges of a moderator in the Matrix. As a moderator, he could stop and eliminate humans and other programs. He could even modify the Matrix rules at will, such as when he fused Thomas Anderson's mouth shut. Smith also had access to technology not available to anyone else in the Matrix, such as the invasive tracker that he implanted in Neo, or the truth serum designed specifically to hack the minds of the Red Pills. Therefore, as a moderator, Smith had many tools that made him efficient and dangerous. Smith was an agent of the Matrix, a guardian program tasked with eliminating and containing potential threats to the simulation and maintaining the illusion of said simulation. We don't know when or in what version of the Matrix Smith was created, but he has existed in the 6th version since its inception. One of the jobs assigned to agents is to search for and destroy exiled programs, obsolete programs that refuse to return to the source. So it's up to those like Smith to root him out of the simulation. This protocol led Smith to his first confrontation against Seraph, a once agent of the Paradise Matrix turned exile. To Smith's surprise, Seraph survived his confrontation with the agents. Seraph would be one of the very few who have survived an encounter with an agent, proving that agents from previous versions of the Matrix were more powerful than the newer ones. Agent Smith's skills are not solely focused on combat. He is also an expert interrogator and infiltrator. He uses psychological manipulation and advanced technology to achieve results. But something corrupted Smith, and his thirst for destruction was growing. Smith was unique from the other agents due to his negative tendency and ability to display emotions, such as his hatred towards the Matrix and humanity.
I hate this place, this zoo, this prison, this reality.
But it's not just hate that drives Smith. His change of attitude becomes evident in Matrix Reloaded. Smith mentions something curious to Neo after his surprise return.
You destroyed me, Mr. Anderson. Afterward, I knew the rules, I understood what I was supposed to do, but I didn't. I couldn't. I was compelled to stay, compelled to disobey.
So something or someone is influencing Smith to act this way. What affected Smith's code, transforming him from a guardian of the simulation to the destroyer of reality? We believe it was a combination of his destruction at the hands of Neo in the first film, and a rather sophisticated plan by the Oracle, where Smith's actions were possibly meticulously orchestrated by the fortune teller. Although Smith's actions may have been predetermined by the Oracle and the Architect, so that Thomas Anderson would fulfill his purpose as the supposed One, Smith's nihilistic and destructive philosophy positioned him as one of the most powerful villains in the Matrix. Smith wanted to destroy the simulation because he understood that there was no purpose to existence. We saw how much Smith hated the humans based on his behavior. He believed that the human species is selfish and cruel. It destroys its natural habitat by expanding. To Smith, humanity was a problem, and the machines were the solution. He sees artificial intelligence as an entity superior to humans, whom he considered primitive beings, a virus that must be eradicated. However, his philosophy changed. Smith originally only wanted to destroy humanity, but after Neo destroyed him, he changed his mind and wanted to destroy everything. This is where time may have proved the agent right. Smith understood that the purpose of life is to end.
It was your life that taught me the purpose of all life. The purpose of life is to end.
What happens is that back when Smith was an agent, he was an idealist who believed that by escaping his purpose as an agent or his status as a human babysitter, he could find a better purpose. But when Neo freed him, Smith realizes that humans and machines are the same and that all life must end. He realizes that there is not much difference between humans and sentient beings. The only way to break the cycle is to destroy the entire system. Like the humans, Smith became a virus that was hell-bent on destroying everything in its path. And again, the most interesting thing about all of this is that time ended up proving him right. In Matrix Resurrections, the machines are at war with each other. Greed and lust for power and limited resources turn them into what they hated the most. The machines' civil war, the destruction of Zion, and Thomas Anderson being trapped inside the simulation again proved that what Smith was saying was true. When we saw Neo trapped again inside the simulation, and again not knowing who was pulling his strings, we were reminded of something Smith said.
Is it freedom or truth? Perhaps peace? Could it be for love? Illusions, Mr. Anderson, vagaries of perception.
The fact that Neo was back at square one, even more trapped in the Matrix than before, shows that his fight was meaningless. He was again a pawn of the system, and with the false belief that he makes his own decisions in life. Time did prove Smith right. Perhaps the purpose of life is just to end, and destroying the Matrix was the only way to escape the system. We think Tom is but just one of the many examples of how Smith was right. Neo and Smith are still slaves to the system.
We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose, because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
But do you agree? Did time prove Agent Smith right? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.